You are what you are, not what you think. What does this mean? It means that you want to be alive. You want to know that you exist. Now, you may think, Ivan, I do exist. I'm here. Look at me. Look at my history, my name, my story. But that's not really who you are because you're thinking about that. If I ask you, who are you? You're just going to tell me a story. And that's not really what I'm asking. I'm saying, who are you? Not what you think. There is a difference there. Even though if you're trying to conceptualize it, which it is part of the system, you see, the entire system is backwards. The entire system is the structure of the system that you are in. There isn't others. There isn't a world. It's you. All of it is you. I'm you. I'm the creation of you based on what you think about me. But the thinking itself is not the substance. It's just a tool. It's just an understanding. But what is beyond that? What is watching all of this? What knows all of this? It is that aliveness. It is that energy. Remember, everything is energy. The sensations in your hand, the sensations on your feet, the totality of your entire experience is energy. That energy can be manifested in many different ways. The form is the formlessness. We talked about this in the last video. It's one appearing as two, as a mirror and its reflection, because that is the only way that you can have an experience. The you, right? This appearance, this self-image, that what's looking this way doesn't have an image. That's the only thing real. That's what you are. But when you turn your attention this way, you think that you have a face and you have a history and a name. And I'm telling you right now, in your direct experience, actually look at it. You have no face. You have no body. You have no history. You have no name. These are just concepts, part of the structure. And the system is built on these concepts, right? On this understanding. The paradox is that I'm trying to describe something that is so unlimited, infinite, timeless, eternal, that has never changed and never will, that it's the same looking that was here in the morning, that is here right now. And whatever is your now is my now. Really recognize that. This now only changes because of interpretation. And so what you are is what you are. And what you are, we could say it's a state of being. Feel the body. The body is how you are alive as a person, as a role, as a personality. And that personality is creating your reality. But it's only creating the experience of it. Right? I can describe about feeling full when I'm eating, but I can only experience it based on who I am, right? Where I'm coming from. It's the relationship that you have to the experience that creates the experience. It's not how you think about it, because I can say, right, and I'm using words to communicate, I'm full, but it doesn't actually create the experience. You can describe the experience, but it's not the experience itself, because what you are and what you really want is this raw, pure experiencing. When there isn't someone there that needs, that wants, this is the suffering. This is the meaning that is being overlaid, even by putting that there is no meaning. There's still a meaning. But in that, you start to recognize that life is the meaning that you give it. But that meaning doesn't actually need a justification. The freedom is in knowing that regardless of what meaning you're putting onto it, it doesn't mean anything. It's just a tool. It's just how we can have an experience. We need to understand the mind to know ourselves in a sense, right? Which may be a contradiction to everything, because you never really know who you are. You are existence itself. To know it would be that there's already two. You can know what you're not to see the contrast of what you actually are. What you are remains. I am is before anything else. Anything that I say, I am happy, I am full, I am complete. These are just descriptions on your aliveness, on the state that you want to embody. If there was anything that we would say that is what you really want, it's a state of being, it's a state of consciousness. And that consciousness is not to be denied, it's not to be disregarded, it's to be seen for what it really is. It is imagination, and reality is imagination. You know, I've been wrestling with this idea of what is it that I really want? And I came to a place where I was complete, like, I don't know what I want. Everything became so empty because I realized that everything is empty, that no object can fulfill you, no person will make you happy. Nothing can give you anything because it's literally nothing. But in that, the experience doesn't die. Experience is here to have an experience freely, right? To be alive without this boundary of the mind, which is a limitation only because that's how you create experience. You need to be in that boundary to see your unlimited nature, to see, wait a minute, I'm beyond this. Imagine you're ready to skydive or jump off a cliff, right? In Ibiza or someplace in Spain. There's something that triggers a fear. There's something that triggers and say, whoa, what are you doing here? This is crazy. I can die. That's your mind. It's built to survive. It's part of the dream, you see. That's part of the dream. That's a built-in function of the dream to make it real, because otherwise, well, you wouldn't have an experience. Not even to say that you would kill yourself or die. You wouldn't. But that's part of the dream to make it an experience. You see, experience is the key here. Experience is what you are. Experience is intangible. It can't be explained. It can't be predicted. It can never be known, but yet it's what's experiencing this. It's what's experiencing this voice, this avatar, this existence. And even to try to get it, you can't get it. You can't come to the place where I became nothing, because you're still here. And you see that as the paradox where you recognize there's something beyond that I cannot explain. And in that, you see the freedom to be fully okay with that. And so I do want to finish off the video with a little meditation to really describe the sense of feeling the body, being in the body, right? Because that is what we're disregarding most of our lives. Did you wake up knowing that you were alive and that you had a choice in the dream, by the way? It's an illusion, but it's in the dream. When you type words in a computer, right? You're typing. Is that you doing it, or is that the computer doing it? You may say, no, I did it. No, you didn't. The only thing that you did was that you moved your hands, which you got from memory and knowledge and whatever you wanted to like type. You felt sensations that told you that you did it, a thought that you did it, and then the system did everything else. That's exactly what this experience is. You are experiencing using through experience something to give you that experience, but you are not the experiencer. You are not the avatar. You are not in control of the avatar. You are watching the avatar. And any control that you could have is simply your awareness, your attention. Where are you coming from? Who are you? Who are you? Not what you think. You are not the mind. You are not the body. You are not the sensations. You are what's experiencing it. And so I'm a little excited here, but let's go back into the body, right? Let's take a deep breath. We start with the belly and we go all the way to the chest. And let it out. Let's do another one. Belly, chest. Release, relax. Notice how you're just simply aware. Sensations of the body. There is no body, there's just sensations. Let go of any ideas and concepts which are really nothing, right? There is a sense of relaxation in this, a sense of calmness. This is what remains. Notice the energy in the body. It's a vibration. It's a sense that you're here. Notice that you're watching all of it, and then watch that you're watching. Watch that you're knowing. And rest in that. Don't try to go beyond that. Don't try to keep going into the layers of this, because there are different layers. But all that is needed is that your attention remains on yourself, where there is no content. It's almost like you can look at your hand and your attention is fixed on the hand, the object, the foreground. But if you switch your attention to the background, the hand becomes blurry, right? When you put your attention to that which is the background, which is constantly there, which you know has not changed from the morning to now, and this now is different for you than it is for me, because based on when your now is. I'm making this video today, but your now may be another day. You understand that this has not changed. You understand that you're understanding, and that anything that you're experiencing is not you experiencing. It's just experience, and it's free, and it's without meaning. Do ask yourself, what is it that I'm searching for? What is it that I'm looking for? Because this avatar wants to experience itself a certain way, a certain frequency. And there is a certain frequency that has your signature, that it's what you want the most, that it's what you crave in every experience, relationships, food, money, success. You're seeking for it in all of those things, and you know that it's not there. It can't be, because you have to experience it. Those things are empty of substance, because you are the substance. Let's not go too much in ideas here, but we notice them, we see them. We remain in the body. We lose the idea of the body, and we simply experience the sense of being alive, of being here. Nothing is needed, nothing is wanted. You are perfect. You are perfect the way that you are, not what you think. Your suffering only comes when you believe what you think, that you take it as truth, but yet truth is what's looking, truth is what knows. Truth cannot be debated, it cannot be doubted, it cannot be questioned. It doesn't need anything. That is the contrast. The you always needs, the you always wants. The you needs a ground. What you are is groundless, but it's here. It's what actually holds the ground. It's what holds you. Do this really quick. Notice the sense that you're in the body. And now I want you to put the body in the foreground, and you remain as the background. And that suddenly everything now appears to be in you, as you. And there is no problem. There is no resistance. There's simply allowing. There's simply flow. Remind yourself But any suffering will come from believing a thought that says that something needs to change, that I need to get something, that I need to understand it, that this can't be it, which is the more subtle. It's just the mind doing what it's meant to do. That understanding is actually the contrast to your experience, to your knowing, to your awareness. Remain here. You are complete the way you are. All you wanted ever was to know that there was nothing wrong with you. You're never damaged by your experience. How can you be damaged by experience? You are what you are, and what you are is what you are. When somebody asks you, who are you? You say, I just am. I am who I am. It doesn't matter what you think, because thinking is not truth. Thinking is being watched. Whatever I think about myself is also not true, but it gives me an experience. I'm not the experiencer. I'm experiencing raw aliveness. How is it that I want to live my life? What is it that I want to do? How is it that I want to wake up every morning, every moment, every interaction, every sensation, every feeling? Remain in the background. Don't go to the foreground. Watch thoughts. Watch the sensations. If you're watching it, it is not you. Hold that. If you're watching it, it's not you. What's watching the watching? That watching doesn't need anything. You don't need to get it. You just need to be what you are. And you already are. So slowly come back to your human senses, to this person, to this role. Don't try to perform. Don't try to get anything. Just be here. Let's take another deep breath from the belly. Expand your belly all the way to the chest. Contract a little bit. Relax, let go. Let's do another one. Belly, chest, release. This is what you are. And it's where you're coming from. Experience is where you're coming from, what you are. And that's what you are. I don't know if that made sense. But the meaning that I'm going to put onto it is that it doesn't mean anything. Yeah. Because you are the meaning. And this meaningless, this nothingness, it's actually everything, right? Because if it doesn't mean what I think it means, and I'm giving it meaning, then it means that I'm everything. And so there's nothing to resist. This is paradise, even though sometimes it won't seem that way. But that is the illusion of the mind that you are trying to see through. Nothing in your reality will change, only your relationship, only your state of being. You are what you are, not what you think. And from that, your life will change. I guarantee it, because there's no one to doubt it. It's just you and me. I'm kidding. It's just you.